Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and we're back for some more Age of Wonders 3 this weekend. I'm looking at 2 episodes. I gotta keep it on a tight time frame this weekend. I have to be all wrapped up and done with my editing and stuff by the time I meet some people at lunch. So only 2 episodes today. I'm going to try to control myself, keep them at about an hour. We'll see how that goes. Excuse me, after I had like an hour and 45-minute episode last week that I just got carried away with. But we'll see if I can control myself. In any case, let's talk about the feedback and comments from this week. Anthony O'Leary and Blurry Intervision. The convert and weakening item that my sorcerer has would be far better on my druid. I agree with them. On my leader specifically is where I think I want to send this. It would also be, well, it could be good on, I think, either my leader or my orc druid. I think the orc druid's in a better position right now to make use of it, but he's also only playing defense, whereas my leader could get mileage out of that item right now. But if in any case, this probably isn't the item to have on the front line against a dreadnought, especially when Dora is most likely just going to be busy casting spells and doing support stuff anyway. So I'm going to send that off to my leader. I think he can make much better use of that. So I agree with that. Let's see. Blurry Intervision said it's a good, good idea to keep about 200 mana on hand at the end of each turn for emergency spell casting, especially against the Dreadnought. So we're probably looking at a minimum of 170 here. 200 would be comfortable to give me some wiggle room for like an extra spell or two maybe. But basically the idea is have 100 on hand for Beast Horde, because that's 50 times 2 if the leader's not present, for a total of 100, plus 70 for Chaos Rift is like the bare minimum amount. And then having a little extra on top of that, because as we discovered at the end of, or during the last set of episodes, in between each turn, all this stuff, like your mana, your gold, none of that resets except for your leader's casting points. Also, apparently, according to Impregnable, hero casting points do not reset, which is even more weird on top of everything else. Like, it's the only thing that resets immediately after you end your turn seems to be your leader's casting points, which is just strange. I don't know why. It seems to me like if this resets, this should reset too. That's part of the reason I get so confused with all this stuff and can never keep it straight. But hopefully now that I've talked about it a little bit, it'll stick. From Chris Lighthawk, maybe build some shamans in the Griffin City for Mark Blood Sacrifice. That's a good idea. I've been getting a lot of mileage out of Mark Blood Sacrifice with my sorcerer here, and having a couple extra shamans with it definitely wouldn't hurt. But I think it's also going to be kind of lower on the list of priorities, because I really need to get some good melee units out there. So I'm actually going to be making a bunch of Griffin Riders first anyway, but Shamans might be kind of a cool thing to consider coming back to down the line. We'll see how it pans out. I really do have a lot of healing in these armies, but it's also the Juggernaut's just capable of doing so much damage too, so it kind of balances out. Finally, I do have extra Storm Sisters showing up to the front line here though, plus at least one extra Shaman to help with a little bit of extra healing once he gets leveled up a bit. He's still gotta get to elite rank before he can do that. But it'll be, I am gonna have medics out there, but an extra Mark Blood Sacrifice certainly wouldn't hurt. From Nelnico, the city of Remnor Underground, which is a dwarf city ideal for firstborns. I didn't not notice this as I was just kind of careening my way through Santa's area here, but yeah, Remnor is this dwarf city right here. Now, I can't really devote a whole lot of resources to defending it right now, but it is a pretty dang nice city. Because of the Crystal Tree and the Lich Castle, you can make really nice firstborns with a bunch of extra armor and first strike. On top of that, it has a dungeon. So this is literally the best combination of structures. I don't think you can make better dwarf firstborns. Like, this is the ultimate city for it. So I definitely am going to want to do stuff with that city. I just can't really devote resources to defending it right now, because, well, I'm on a quest to kill Santa Claus, and that just cannot be stopped. I've had enough of his shenanigans, so I'm intending to go look for a cave entrance somewhere down here. Hopefully there's one in this corner. Take that city, go right up, wipe him out, and then I can come back down and sort of fortify this area. My leader's army with the Convert staff will likely move on to fight the Dreadnought, but I may leave some units back on my way back through here to kind of hold this area, because I do really want to make something out of that city. There are other structures that need cleared in here first, though. So, well, actually, it's only the Lich Castle, which unfortunately is the hardest one to clear. But I'll have to come back to that. My leader's army actually might be a better choice for going after that Lich Castle. I don't know. Can these guys be invoked to death? I would assume they can be. I don't see any reason why an elemental would be immune to that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're vulnerable to invoke death. So that's just something to think about going forward, is I need to find a way to clear that. Okay, and then a few comments from Impregnable. Apparently Impregnable tested himself to see whether units with Resurgence retain any experience gained during the battle if they die and then revive after you win the battle. So basically, this has primarily to do with my Storm Sisters and Shamans that all have Resurgence from Bound Soul. Basically, what Impregnable discovered is, yes, they do retain any experience they gained, minus the experience that they would have gained on the blow that kills them. Usually when your units take damage from something, they get a little bit of experience depending on the tier of the unit hitting them. And if that blow kills the unit, they apparently don't get that experience, which makes sense. They died, so... But aside from that, yes, more or less, essentially, they do regain all their XP from the course of the battle. So that's really nice and going to make my job leveling these Storm Sisters up a lot easier. Also from Impregnable, Lightning Rod Banner would be very useful for my Dreadnought down here, leading these Earth Elementals, because the Earth Elementals have a shock weakness of 60%. Lightning Rod Banner would make that 20, and then what I can actually do is, on top of that, if I'm really worried about shock damage, I can also give them like the Force Field, the Dreadnought's like Force Shield thing, which gives them a bunch of extra, it's shock, fire, and ice resistance, I think, is the combo for that. And then that would actually boost them up to where even if the enemy had static electricity up, they could still be resistant to electricity. Just kind of a counter to what Santa might throw at these guys. So that's good thinking. These guys are really in the wrong place, all things considered. They'd be much better off on the front line against the Dreadnought, but this is how things panned out, and I'm not turning them around now, not when I'm so close to finishing off Santa. And then finally, last comment from Impregnable, the first strike, which the Warlord has, can be used to extend battles for healing. That's just general advice. Basically, just if I can get a unit that also doesn't have first strike itself, or can't do something like spit, which can be done even if the unit is engaged, but like a cannon or something would be very vulnerable to that. If I can get it down to low enough health to where if it moves it will die, it'll just sit there and it'll give me time to heal my units, which could kind of be very handy when the Storm Sisters start dying and resurging, because each time they resurge, they only come back with like 35% of their health. So yeah, that's all. That's all the comments and feedback from this week. Going into the next turn, I do have enough mana to cast Bolt Beast Horde and Chaos Rift if I need to. Got Gargantuan Animal on the way with Horn Gods coming soon, and I'm pretty sure I'm done with all my activity for this turn, so we're just going to move on to the next one. The next big thing is, well, there's kind of multiple things going on. Looks like Mogwai is bringing in Manicore Riders, which I was really hoping he would hold off on. Dang, there is a lot of them there, too. That's not a great sign. This could be a problem if they all get on land. I was hoping that I could last a little longer without having to worry about all that crap showing up, but it looks like the time is now. Now I want to get more troops out there. I probably should have had one. Yeah, that guy was far enough away he couldn't have taken that city on this turn. I should have moved a couple of these guys more in between. I thought I had some troops stationed in... Oh, I did. It was the Druids' army. And then they moved. Alright, well, let's see what Jasmine's doing. Because I already moved the Druids' army into Wethras to defend against Mogwai if he showed up. And Mogwai showed up, and I don't know. I think 4 Manicore Riders is going to be an awful lot to ask of the army sitting behind those walls. At least I don't think Wethras has any spells active on it, like the Dread Siege. I'm not... I think that it's the city in the south that still does. I never took the time to disjunct that. I remember getting a lucky disjunct on Wethras a while earlier. Okay, Jasmine's mostly just sitting. Bringing in maybe a few more units up here. Okay, and then we're back at Santa, whose turn should be starting to go a little faster now that I've been kicking his butt a little bit. And he pulled back the dwarf that he had there. And there is magical things happening. Okay, so here we go. Stables of Vigor I see is done there at the top. I believe I've already got stuff queued up for that city, which is already back in crazy happy range. Cheerful 100, 1106. I am going to do... Actually, I guess I can just leave it the way it is. I wish I could tell it to just infinite hurry production, so all the Griffin riders coming afterwards get hurried without me having to click it every turn, but I'll just have to keep an eye on that. Alright, we did get another hunter in the city, which is good, because part of me is thinking I really have to go jump that army that's kind of by itself embarked while I have the chance. And I don't have a lot of great units to do that. Does this guy have at least... No, he doesn't even have a flying mount. If he had a flying mount, I think I would do that. But as it is right now... yeah, as it is right now, I don't think I can. I just don't have enough units that can swim. It would literally be like 4 units. Which, I don't know, might be possible if I can stay out of range and just run away. I'm trying to remember what kind of spells Mogwai has. I can summon our gargantuan animal. It might give me a tier 3 snake, which would be really useful. Let's see what it gives me. It did. Okay, that makes me think I could do this. Also, does he have any points? Could he get swimming? He could get free movement, but swimming is 3 points, dang. If he could have gotten swimming, I would have given that to him now. Well, I think that this small group could probably go out. They have enough movement to make it out and back, and then it would just be the manticores that I'd have to worry about, but I don't want this army with the trolls getting on land. So I think I'm gonna have to rely on the hunters here and do a little bit of a outmatched battle. Alright. We'll just have to rely on the fact that embarked units are slow, because these are... The advantage I have here is that these are pretty much all melee, except for their one rogue, who is still dealing with the fact that he's embarked. He does have sprint, though, so I need to watch out for him. Okay, I think this is going to be my first play of this move. I want to be aggressive here and just make sure that I don't let Mogwai bunch up enough units to do any significant, serious amount of damage. Whoever has the most movement should initiate this. Looks like it's going to be that hunter. It says probable defeat, but again, I have the advantage of being on the water. It just depends on what kind of spells he can throw at me, is what my concern is. I do have 80 casting points, which is not enough for Beast Horde. Not remotely, so... Probably going to try to do this without spells if I can manage it. But let's see what they throw at me. Blinds the hunter. I believe that is a temporary effect that will wear off. Holy crap, they're moving a lot faster than I was expecting. Gosh. Okay, those guys have way more movement than I thought. Oh, I'm going to lose these units, aren't I? I thought they'd be slower. Alright, maybe... I thought I could at least shoot them from out of their range. I didn't expect them to be able to move that far. Well, I can still do a lot of damage here. I just need to kind of bunch up a little bit, I think. I could actually use this little corner of the map to my advantage, I think. leaving the tougher units in front while the archers just desperately shoot everything from the back. That actually might work. That tier 3 snake is should make a pretty big difference in this fight. I should have moved him through first. Okay. I'm going to try to use this weird little corner bit to my advantage here. And what can my leader do to help? Well, I could summon Ancestral Spirits twice. And I think that I think that's probably the best play. Because they're not going to be particularly vulnerable to anything here. Except for possibly, like, poison darts from the rogue. Okay, this is where things are going to get messy. I want to get rid of the troll first, I think. I've got Monster Slayer, so that's going to be one of the easier things to kill. But it does have high damage output, so yeah, I want that to go. I think what I'll do is move these snakes back here. I'll just do a spit attack at the troll. I may have to move up to do that. I want to move the shaman here because he's a little tougher. Let's see, I can kill that troll with 2 more hits. Or 1. Shaman here is a little tougher, but that's a goblin phalanx, so I'm actually going to be better off waiting on defense. But this prevents any of that other crap from getting to me, and I can kind of bunch up like this, leaving the shaman and the snake in front to do take most of the brunt of the hits. I'm also gonna probably summon a Phantasm Warrior or a Ancestral Spirit just to give a little bit of extra help to these guys here. There's Relentless Army, but I don't think that's gonna make a huge difference on this one. Alright, now I want to get rid of the hero, I think. Goblin Phalanx attempting to attack the snake. Might kill the snake, but snake was also kind of an extra here, so we'll see though. I might be able to save it and keep it. Oh, that's a Goblin Mounted Archer. I didn't know that was in there. I think in the little preview window I thought it was a Warg Rider, just because they ride wargs. I will move, let's see, I feel like, okay, this person, I was worried about that hunter getting hit there, but they actually can't hit the hunter as long as I keep the hunter there, because it's not legal for them to end their turn on the withdraw tile. Okay, this snake is just, I don't know, here to participate, I guess. Get XP. Let's see, if I wanted to target him or the hero. The hero's staying out of range, which is probably smart for him. I think I want to get rid of that mounted archer in the back first. So let's do that. That's 20, possible 25 max. This is also a possible 25 max, so either form of arrows are the same. I got a feeling against the phalanx that's 11 to 17. That's 11 to 17. They're the same regardless, so I'll do that. Gotta get him off of me a little bit. Okay. The Ancestral Spirit could use up that thing's action points and possibly take some pressure off the snake. I think I'm going to do that. Oh, he actually straight up killed it. Well done. Okay, then I'm going to leave him on defense and we'll just hold ground. I think it's on Mogwai to come at me here. Oh, that's not great. Why didn't you open with that, bro? Okay, well, I lost a hunter. But haven't lost anything else yet. I'm probably about to. I should have summoned another ancestral guardian guy. Well, I want to at least try to make sure I kill the hero. Goblin Phalanx. I could try to entangle that. That's 75. Okay. Good. Then let's see, we got 13. So either 14 to 22 versus 14 to 22. All right, let's just... Oh, good crits. Oh, I needed that crit. That was great. Okay, I think I can get out of this unless Mogwai uses another spell. I think I can get out of this without losing anything else. I probably am going to use a Phantasm Warrior to turn the troll around. Or just damage the troll directly with something. Which damage can I do? It's, I've got 3 hits on it. It's 12, but that's if it's not turned around. I think I'm going to do this. I want you to turn. I want this snake to go here. And this one to now do a flank attack. And this one to finish. And he might use the hailstorm again. But my units are a little bit more spread out. Hopefully he ran out of magic. Oh, he's going to waste it on healing his own unit and mine. Thank you, Mogwai. Alright, well, then I think I just got out of this with only losing a hunter. Unfortunately, my army did take quite a beating, but did this snake level up? It did, so that snake just evolved. I probably want to evolve this one now. I don't have anyone here with healing. So, yeah, why don't you just go... I need to finish this thing on this turn, so they don't have a chance to... Yeah, let's... I want to finish this thing on this turn so they don't have a chance to heal or anything weird like that. Yeah, you hit him a few times. Okay. Good stuff. And he's on fire. Okay, now I can finish him with that one. Good. That actually went pretty well. Only losing a hunter out of all that, I'll take it. When I first entered that battle and saw how far they could move, I actually thought I was going to just straight up lose the battle. So that went far better than I was expecting. Let's put both of those snakes with that guy, and put both archers. Actually, really anyone who's injured should probably go with him. Let's move the spider out. Move them in. And everyone else hold ground. I think against just the manticores, we should be okay. That was a little bit of a risky preemptive strike there, but I think that definitely worked out in my favor. We keep building those hunters so that I can run out on the water when I need to, like that. Item has arrived. We've got Jack's gift. That goes on you. Still waiting on that sword. I wonder if items arrive at like when I end the turn or when it's the start of my turn. I think it's on the start of my turn, so I don't think preemptively moving them into the slot would be helpful. Okay, that city is still doing Storm Sisters, and we're gonna keep sending them this way. Although I have to be careful not to send them into the path of a Manticore Rider. Alright, maybe I want to send them more like this, and then they can change direction if she can change direction if she needs to. Alright, we are at the point where, man, I wish I just had a little bit more mana, or a little bit more research. I'm going to research the Wild Hunt in the hopes that my overall research manages to get above 700 between or during the next 4 turns. Maybe I can collect enough resource structures, but yeah, the others that I would really like to be able to do in 1 turn instead of 2 would be nice, but I just need a little bit more research. So Wild Hunt it is for now, because that's most likely going to take 4 turns regardless. Actually, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I could potentially get it in 3 turns, but I think I'd rather get the other 3 in 1 turn each if I can manage to find some extra research. Alright, I've got what to do about the front line here. The Dreadnought situation is just confusing. I feel like I have to keep hitting these armies that are isolated, basically to whatever extent that I can. But on this particular turn, I may fall back and like get more units in here. Although I guess I can get more in now. I'm afraid to move up to this spot because I don't know what could come running out of the darkness or what's down here. I just don't have enough intel. This tower is coming in huge for me right now. It really, no matter what way I go, no matter what I attack, there's just going to be a chance that they surround me. I think what I'm going to do, it looks like they can't move that far on this turn. They can't move down to this tower. So I think what I'm going to do is guard the tower and gather all my units together there. Anyone who can reach it. So that's going to be, let's see. We'll leave the Warlord's army right on top of it. Pull you back here. I'm going to split this Storm Sister off by herself so I know she's the one that does not have Resurgence. Try to keep her separate from the others so I don't forget who has what. I think this is how I want to set up for this turn. Oops. Let's... You know what? In this group, let's throw that Shaman. Get an extra healer in here. She's still going to get mixed up with the others. I just know it. Okay. I like this setup, I think. This army's got quite a few Storm Sisters in it, almost all of which have Resurgence and more on the way. So eventually they're going to start leveling up, and I'm going to have more chances to shock. Not that that apparently does me any good after 2 episodes ago from what we saw, but I'm going to continue to try anyway. Alright, so in this city, I don't really want to do a whole lot with it because I'm not defending it in any way. I'm going to do Seek Knowledge. That boosts my research up to 647, and I think I'm going to do that in a couple other cities to try to finish off. Yeah, I could do that. Let's just do Seek Knowledge in a few places, and I can try to finish off these last few spells quickly, instead of doing Produce Mana, which I have enough of at the moment. $671. That's enough to get the 3 turns for this one. I could also probably do it in this city for like a nice big extra chunk, but that city's busy making items right now, so I'll hold off on that. Item has arrived. I got Tireless Boots on my leader. Alright. That does lower his defense by quite a bit, unfortunately, because that was giving him 4 defense. But that's okay. Tireless is still going to be better on him anyway. And I can get him more defense from an armor. Or I think I am making an armor piece for him to make up for the defense that he's losing. The Dreadnought might be able to use those armored boots. Yeah, that's a lot better than the pants she's wearing, so we'll get rid of those. I don't think any other leaders... Because I'm going to get Tireless Boots for this guy anyway, so I'm just going to sell these war pants here. And move my leader up, because we're moving this way anyway. We'll get them in the same stack for a second. Drop that. I'm going to want this convert staff at a more prominent position. Like, that should be the second item in his inventory, and then probably the crossbow and the darts, and the others don't matter. Okay. She can take this, which toughens her up quite a bit. She's also got that item coming in 3 turns, alright. So, move Druid forward then again, leapfrogging over a bit. I really wish this guy was on the front line against the Dreadnought right now. That Thunderstorm would be really handy, boost my chance to stun. But he is down here, and we're just going to have to play around that for now. Okay, so that Zadric Boar, I'm guessing his capital city is basically right on top of this. And I know it might seem like the amount of units I'm sending at Santa is overkill, but at this point in the game, I don't think there is overkill as far as when it comes to Santa. So we're just going for it. All right, you guys end your turn there. My settler here, I was sort of waffling on where to put him. I think I more or less have decided I wanted to count something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This city could theoretically reach that tomb. So I'm going to put this city probably like more out in this direction. Maybe like right there in that corner to where it could reach that tomb over there and the structures on the water. Yeah. So I didn't really need to cross the river with this guy. I'm going to turn him around and go like, or actually maybe there. Like I think that spot actually, that would be a fun spot for a city, and it would be very difficult for anyone to capture. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Okay. Oops, I actually meant to just turn off the grid there. I've got the, oh, I thought that was a trebuchet for a second. I was like, where did this trebuchet come from? Okay, so builder is done. We're going to finish this road off like so. Or do I want it to go back like this? I'll just do it like this, I guess. And you can kind of go any direction from that. Okay, so that road connection is all done. Next up for this guy is to get a fort on the Heart of the Blight. So my units fighting the Dreadnought out here are fighting in terrain that they don't like, and I need to do something about that. Still haven't decided exactly where I want that fort to go, but it'll probably be like there, maybe. 1, 2, 3. With the stone wall it could reach. And it could also protect the tower, I think. Couldn't quite reach the tower, but somewhere around there is where I want that. Oh, I still have one more extra Storm Sister to hop in here. Alright, now I have a pretty substantially sized army built up there again, which feels nice. Everyone else here needs to stay here because I still want kind of all hands on deck for those Manticore Riders if they show up. I'm sure he's bringing more too. He always does. Where were these guys going? I think maybe I saw something from Santa popping up over here. I'm gonna leave them there for now, because from there they can literally, wow, my gosh, the movement with advanced logistics. They can reach all the way down to this city or all the way up to this city. They can go wherever they need to defend. So yeah, I actually really like the spot they're in right now, and I'm just gonna leave them there. Everybody else is good. So no major battles on this turn, just positioning. I did get that dwarf city in my empire, which I am going to use for research to try to get this in 3 turns. And then from that point on, I think I'll just do produce research to try to get everything else in 1 turn each, and hopefully I'll have all knowing in like 6 turns, if all goes according to plan. Alright, let's throw down another save and proceed to the next turn. Oh, wait, hang on. We got 7 casting points. We don't want to waste those. Let's do a summon Horn God. Let's get one of these guys in here. We're long overdue for the Horn Gods. He's splitting off and going south. I wonder if that means he wants to go after this city instead. Several domain invasions. Nalak, Everkin is underground. Wethras, I know about. Where's Nalak? I think that's my Griffin Rider city. Hey, how'd you sneak 3 trolls back here? No, don't come in and mess up. Where did the frick... Oh, they came out of the underground. I completely forgot that cave was there. I've moved so far past that. Oh, this adds a whole nother dimension that I need to lock down. Well, they're gonna take Nalak. I can't stop that. I do have some troops up here I could bring down, but they won't make it in time. I may be able to capture it right back. That was not an angle I was expecting to get hit from. Okay, what's Jasmine doing? They're moving some troops down. Alright, and then Santa. All we can really see from him is underground at the moment. I was hoping to spot the Jolly Man himself, because we are going to have to take out his leader to actually kill him. No, he's just floating around here with a Forge Priest. Crimson Star. Units that belong to a player with evil alignment. So this one doesn't affect me because I'm neutral, but it might affect me if either the people that I'm fighting is good or evil. Let's see. Let's see if Santa's been naughty. Jasmine is neutral, Santa is neutral, Mogwai is neutral. So yeah, this effect literally, or this global effect, does nothing. Oh, Thanos, the Inevitable, has lost. Somebody killed Thanos. Oh, I got a research breakthrough. But how much was it worth? 152. It changes nothing aside from maybe allowing me to produce... well, actually, it might matter because there was a domain invasion down here. Yeah, there's a good chance I lose this city, so I can do... produce research in it, but see, I'm down to 3 turns. I should be down to 2 turns at this point, but that's because my capital is not doing research. Which, let's see, if I do seek knowledge, do I get down to 2? I do. I don't think I'm going to be able to rely on the knowledge of this city. I'm actually going to lose some knowledge going into the next turn if they take Nalak. So I think I'm going to try to do a surplus and produce it somewhere else as well. Let's see, this would maybe be a decent enough city for it. Let's try to get a little extra because we may lose Nalak. Oh, that's only an extra 23 knowledge. Well, that's only an extra 20 mana, so... I guess this city could... Oh, that city's actually doing some economic upgrades. Well, okay, can I try to do anything to save this city? Even the hunters at max range cannot move far enough to deal with that. I think they could take it right back, though. I may have to actually literally clear a path for some of my units here through those trees by terraforming, because this Draconian, who would be very useful against those trolls, can't make it through that forest and all the way to... Oh wait, yeah, he could. Yeah, he could barely make it. Okay. We're gonna have to let them take that city, fall back, and then come back in and retake it on the next turn. Okay, well, Nalak, I guess on this particular turn, you guys are just gonna have to let this happen. Unfortunately, I really was looking forward to getting those Griffin Riders out, and the moment I'm ready, they come in and mess everything up. I'm just going to do merchandise in there for this turn. Let's get this guy the heck out of here before those trolls turn around and decide to come smash him to pieces. Alright, I guess we're on to the Dreadnoughts group now. I guess, well, there is a few items stuff that I need to deal with. These boots are going to the other druid. Domain invasion, Torden, I do not care. Got another hunter produced here, but they've mostly backed off. They've got more war breeds, archers. Nothing great. Should have been paying more attention to what these actually said, because yeah, they do have basically 28 movement. I thought it would lower it though, just a little bit, because they're embarked. I thought that the cost per tile of movement would be higher. But apparently not. Alright, we have to, let's see, we'll keep them together because that that druid's got a lot of healing. I don't have enough HP on everyone to go running out for another fight. I got lucky that Mogwai didn't use Hailstorm more. I keep forgetting he has that. If he had used Hailstorm extensively in that last battle, I would have probably lost, because just one blast of it knocked most of my units down below half health. Okay, I got a Great Temple at Hearn, and the storehouse is in production. Oh, let's go ahead and queue. Well, there's not really anything else I need to queue here. Like, the storehouse would be nice, but after that, I don't know that there's much the city needs. I mostly wanted the mana income upgrades. Researching or building more research structures now is maybe a little bit overkill, because yeah, because I'm basically already almost at all-knowing. Poor Thanos. Next Storm Sister, where do I want? I kind of want her to go chase up here and help chase those guys down, just in case anything else comes out of that cave. I think I've got enough on the front line for the moment, but there are still some tough battles coming. And on the next turn, they could actually join everyone together and break some stuff. So I'm going to have to do some fighting here. Now, I might be able to be creative if I go this way, because I could sneak some elves onto the forest, and that would help make up for the fact that they really don't like the terrain they're fighting in. Their happiness is good enough, though. Yeah, I've all got, like, at least high morale, so it's not like... Or at least neutral morale. So it's not like they're... Well, I guess part of that is because they are standing in forest. Yeah. When they move out of dense vegetation, it'll drop a little bit, but... For some reason, it feels safer for me to attack this group up here and then fall back. I think I have enough movement to do that. It's 36, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I could kind of do that. I could fall back in a slightly different configuration while still guarding the tower. I'm not sure that everyone will be able to move far enough, though. The Earth Elemental may slow down things down a little. We'll see. Let's try this. If I move them here, and move this group here, I can then move a few of the units that have extra movement, can go a little further, like those 20s there, because then they'll be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to get back. Actually, I think I have a different plan. I'm going to try to do this with 2 stacks, because I want to fall back and still stay sitting on the tower. To make sure they don't take it and raise it, because that tower is really important right now. So I think I'm going to drop some units out of this fight that aren't really going to be very good in it anyway. Like the Eagle Rider, I can drop. I want to make sure the 3 Storm Sisters that have Resurgence and need to gain XP are in this fight. The Spider I can drop for another Storm Sister. And definitely want to keep the Earth Elemental in there. The King Raid Serpent is just a tank. I kind of want to keep him around, but I also want the Shaman in there too to be getting XP towards healing. But I think in this particular case, the Shaman is going to... Well, he's got Mountaineering, doesn't he? I could do this. Could move 1 Storm Sister out kind of by herself and move the Shaman to the left and get her in there, or I could just move... I'll do this. Move that Storm Sister up like this. In fact, move 2 of them. And then I could get both of these 2 in here. Attack with this unit, and then I think everyone can fall back and get around the tower. Very likely victory, a frick ton of Storm Sisters versus all that crap. Here's the big Dreadnought battle for this episode. And there's Mass Curse, which is doing a lot of damage. And who did I just lose? Cannons come out of the gates with their crit hits, because why not? Okay, who did I just lose? Well... He'll come back. So much for her getting XP this fight. Alright. Need to focus on the flame tanks. Impregnable was saying that I was focusing too much on chasing down the cannons while the flame tanks did way too much damage, and I think he's right, so I want to try to get them first. A lot of these Storm Sisters do not have Inflict Stun yet. Something I will have to work on. The Sorcerer, on the other hand, does have Inflict Stun. I'm trying to decide if I think I can go after both of these. I can maybe try to entangle one, but my odds of entangling the Knight are actually a little better. Earth Elemental basically should just run straight forward. And I'm gonna try to stun that cannon to prevent it from running away. Holy crap, I think I landed a stun, guys. No, wait, no I didn't. Never mind, it was just the immolation. Of course. Okay, well, I need to focus on this flame tank. We'll let that cannon run away and recharge. But I want to keep that flame tank from running away. For some reason, that knight... Oh, that knight fired a pistol. That's why his guard is down. I'm going to move you right here. And then depending on what that... Depending on whether I get the stun... Okay, I got it. I'm gonna leave you on defense. And focus on this other one over here. Meanwhile, since he's stunned, I'm gonna go for an entangle on the knight. Got it, alright. A little better RNG this time around. May not even need to cast Chaos Rift. We'll see. Immolated. I got a pretty decent chance to set this guy on fire and stun him, so I'm gonna try.
I think I got the stun that time. Yes, I did. Okay. Good stuff. I try to move up. See if I can... just do a little more damage to the cannon to make it maybe easier to take out on the next round. See, I can't really do much to that flame tank other than try to stun it, but I think it's just gonna hit me next turn regardless, unless I can manage to stun it. Now Dora's actually got multiple chances to do this because I keep forgetting I've got the throw spear thing, but in this particular case it's only going to be 2 or 3 shots regardless because I have to move up to throw the spear, although she will do more damage with shock bolts if she moves up. And the only other thing up here is the dreadnought, so we'll do 2 of these. No, we do 1 of these and then 2 of these. Okay, no stuns. That's okay. I'm gonna park the snake right here. Mostly leaving it on guard just because there's a juggernaut right there. I do have this that I could do. Okay, there we go. That makes things easier. Gotta remember their regular inflict stun ability. Let's see. My leader got blasted by, or my warlord got blasted by that cannon. I'm gonna run out here, and I think I'll just bestow Iron Heart on myself for now. Just give her some extra defense. She leveled 2, which is really nice. All things considered, a much better opener. I don't think I'm at risk of losing anything, aside from possibly a Storm Sister somewhere. In fact, I think the Storm Sisters are all safe too. I don't think there's any reason to use mana on Chaos Rift this fight. Oh, well, so much for the Storm Sisters all being safe. But they've got Resurgence. They are, like, by definition, expendable. Alright, that kept him from running and reloading, so he's going to be pretty easy to get rid of now. Now I just need to try to zap that tank. Okay, I got a stun on him. This is going much, much better. I'm going to... Now that the tank's been stunned, I'm going to go after the knight and just try to finish him, which should be pretty easy to do. We're going to war cry to make double sure. Okay, he's dead. And this guy's basically dead now, so I'm going to use this opportunity to get XP. Okay, now he's stunned. So I can ignore him with this guy and let other Storm Sisters come up and deal with him. I definitely do want to get rid of that tank now, and would prefer to move my units away before I do, because it's gonna explode. And I want this snake to get up behind that juggernaut, I think. Alright, Dora could heal someone, but the only people who really need healing are not really close. You there. Come here and shoot electricity at that thing. Alright, the shaman I will probably just have, actually, just for the fun of it, let's give him a feral mount. And I can pretty easily kill this thing with whoever I want. I think you are the Storm Sister that does not have Resurgence. Yes, that's right. Keep tabs on you. I want to give the kill to this one, so she can make progress towards leveling up. Okay. And this one I'll move over here to give extra chance at stunning on the next turn if she needs to. And then I guess for my sorcerer, I'll just try to get a lucky stun on that tank. Got it. Okay, they're pretty much all stun locked. Very, very different RNG this time around. Did Dispel work, but she just didn't do anything with it? Yeah, Dispel worked, but then she just decided to not do anything with it. Maybe it was out of movement or something? Alright, now I want to... Let's see. Let's just keep shooting it. It's XP regardless. And I want to make sure it dies. Well, did it get stunned again? It did, okay. In that case, I'm going to use my Warlord to heal this Storm Sister down here. And she can have the kill on this tank. Or a cannon. There we go, she just got Inflict Stun. The Shaman here could probably just beat the snot out of the Knight. But the Knight is currently not stunned. He only has a Feral Mount, so I may want to attempt to stun him again before doing that, so he's not retaliating. Okay. Then you have fun. He's not quite dead yet. He's getting close. And we'll give this to that Shock Serpent. I would like to level him to just an absurd champion rank so he doesn't die. This is the only Shock Serpent I've got left. He was not able to stun that thing. He's only, yeah, he is the only King Shock Serpent that I have left. I want to get Mark Blood Sacrifice on something, but I also want to keep that thing stun locked, so we'll do that last. Did I get it? I did. Quite lucky on that one. I think that was only a 20% chance. Okay. Alright, on the next turn I'll back up and kill that. Because I don't really want the snake taking a hit. In fact, I'll move this king snake down here just to spit at the knight, since that's the only thing he can really damage. Still did not kill it. That knight's got 1 health left. Okay, now I need to make sure I kill it with something because he's on fire. So I want the finishing hit with the Storm Sister. Go in there and just punch him in the face. There you go. Earth Elemental is just kind of here and not really doing anything in this fight. Oh no, she dispelled Bestow Iron Heart from this guy. Keep healing her up. Nice, alright. I would like you to have this kill. And it's still stunned for 1 more turn, so I have time. And let's see, who do I want to have kill that tank? I feel like Dora could be off doing some healing of some sort. Probably healing the Storm Sister there. Dora hasn't used any of her healing abilities. She does still need to use Mark Blood Sacrifice, though. I'm going to use that on this guy while finishing this off. We'll give the XP to the Earth Elemental. I can't petrify it. Earth Elemental can use all the XP he can get. I'm pretty sure that they've already used in their stun move, but we'll do it again anyway. Oh, that snake needs healing. Okay. I can do that pretty easily on the next turn. As a matter of fact, let's awaken the spirit and give you some XP. Oh, it's back. And it attacked the 1 unit that had regrowth. Good thinking, buddy. Okay, then this is pretty easy. That tank already has Mark Blood Sacrifice on it. So I back her up, move Dora down to heal the snake. I can't lock the tank in flame tank in place with first strike because it can use its ability regardless of whether there's a unit in its face. So I'm just going to blast it now. That should trigger Mark Blood Sacrifice. There we go. And I believe my army is all at full health after that. Okay, except for her because two of them had resurged. So they're still a little beat up, but the rest of them are fine. All right, that takes out another sizable army. Levels up both my heroes. One of which is dang close to being able to get Thunderstorm, which will be unfathomably helpful. She's level 16. I think I should have had it by now. I think I screwed up her level ups along the way at some point. Anyway, she needs 10 for that. I can't give her, like, at most I could spend 4. So is there anything for 4 that would be very handy? So I've got Chaos Rift. I've got all the casting points I need. Another level of sorcery would cost too much. Steel Enchantment could maybe help her level a little faster. Phase only costs 4. Floating wouldn't really help. Break Control, good, but maybe not against a Dreadnought. I'm actually kind of thinking about getting Dispel and Steel Enchantment, because I could use those both to power level her up a little bit. And I kind of feel like she should have Dispel anyway. That can come in pretty handy. So let's pick those up just because they're good for quick leveling. And that leaves me with 5 points, which is enough to get Thunderstorm on the next level. And once she has Thunderstorm, getting that Naga guy up here, like I was talking about, would be kind of redundant. Other than like having 2 of them would mean they can't dispel it very easily. Actually, that would still be really good because they would spend a bunch of mana trying to dispel one, and then I could just throw another up anyway. Okay, that was left my stacks in a little bit of a mess here, but I think I can get everyone back to where they were, more or less. We'll get you 2 back on here. How many we got here total? I think I'm just going to back them up as much as they can and then organize everyone in whatever way makes sense. Okay, yeah, you go here. You go here. I'm like definitely gonna lose track of the one that doesn't have Resurgence. She's just gonna die at some point. She's the only one champion rank, so it's a little hard. It's a little easier to spot her now. She's right there in this army. But yeah, I'm gonna lose her eventually. So for the Warlord, it's a little harder to decide what I want. I've got 10. Was I saving up for something that costs 10? Seems odd that I would have 10. What have we got in terms of casting points? I've got 15. I might try to start picking up some Warlord spells, or just turning her into more of a melee fighter than she already is. In fact, I've never given her any melee strength upgrades. Why haven't I done that? What weapon is she using? Spear. Gives her +3 melee strength. Let's just capitalize on her melee strength. Make her an absolute powerhouse. What if I just dumped this all into melee? I could get 3 more levels of melee strength. There's not really a lot else that I really want with her. Let's make sure Let's check everything to make sure I'm not overlooking something obvious. Phoenix Warrior. Oh, that could be useful. Cost 10. That's a solid spell, though. Hang on. I think I'm going to... Oh, wait. Crap. I don't know what I was thinking there. I double-clicked on those that added them. I thought I was putting into a list that I would then confirm for some reason. But no, that I was just selecting them. So they've already been added. Dang, I actually kind of should have gotten Phoenix Warrior. I'll get it on the next level. Having more melee strength doesn't really hurt, so... plus, actually, ranged command might not be bad. Because that's going to boost the damage output of all the Storm Sisters. So, I'm okay with that. Praise the leader! Yay! Yay for me. Okay, Nalak. Yeah, that's right. We can't do anything about Nalak on this turn. Nor can we do anything about Everkin. See, now that I'm killing Santa, Mogwai is just going to come in and frickin' take over a bunch of crap. Oh yeah, we need to make sure there's always an open spot here, because otherwise... Actually, we need to make sure there's 2 open spots, because what I think happened is Wethras auto-completed a unit production or something. Yeah, if Wethras auto-completes it, we don't want extra units popping up down here, because that breaks the triangle. So always need to make sure there's space. I am not going out on the water after that other group. My armies need to heal. These guys need some serious patch-up time. Wethras, we are doing merchandise. Settler needs orders. We'll sail over to here. And just put a weird city right there. As long as no one's moving up in either direction here. So far it's just that one Forge Priest, which I would be able to handle with those 2 on the walls. So again, leave those guys there. Storm Sister should probably grab those haste berries and continue to catch up. I think the forces that are in here right now are substantial enough to ward off an attack of that size, and I would really have more of these on the front lines against the Dreadnought. So just keep on running. Alright, and then it looks like up next is Santa Claus. But, unfortunately, Santa's going to have to wait for the next episode. Like I said, I would love to fit this battle in here, but I do have stuff going on today, so I need to wrap this episode up. I am planning on doing one more this weekend. The weekend after this, I will be gone, but then I'll be back the weekend after that. November's kind of on and off because, like, next week I'm going to surprise my little sister and show up at one of her. She's involved in a roller derby, and I'm just going to surprise her. So, show up at one of her games, and then the weekend after that I'll be back, and then the weekend after that is Thanksgiving. So we'll be in and out in November. But in any case, one more episode coming this week. Hoping you guys are looking forward to that. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Sarah Feingold, and Tarsak. Thanks so much, everybody.